it going, everybody? Welcome, Level M Diecast. A lot of Hot Wheels on the channel lately, but we're going to break up that monotony today. We have a ton of Greenlight stuff to take a look at. A little bit of here, a little bit of there. Some hobby exclusives as well. We're going to kick it off with a couple of Golf Series 2. We do have a 1950 Mercury 8 Coupe. This is a new casting from Greenlight. There is the entire mix there on the back. So, looks pretty good. I'll probably get that Silverado at some point in time, but as of right now, I just got a couple from this particular mix. So we'll get our trusty scissors in there. Pull out our 1950 Mercury 8 Coupe. Get our clamshell out of here. So there is our Mercury Coupe. Looks pretty good. Like I said, this is a new... Ooh, that's not good. Fixed it. There we go. So the bumper is a little bit loose in there. That is added on piece, as you saw. It was a little bit crooked. It's good now. Not a problem. I was a little bit worried about that, but not a problem. Nice steely wheels on this one. 60 on the side. Does have your Golf on there as well. Looks pretty good. Light blue on the top, dark blue on the bottom. Some Golf blue on the top. Looks pretty good. Golf in the back. Taillights done up. No tail light or no plate details. We've talked about that before. This one looks pretty good. It's a pretty good casting. It's a relatively bland version, but it's a pretty nice casting. There is the deets there. We'll see if these are numbered. It is numbered. 1490 is the number. And this guy is done up for a trailer hitch, so he might show up in hitch and tow at some point in time. We will see. All right, next one we have from that release. This is the 47 Dodge Power Wagon Wrecker. So this one is looking especially nice in this Golf. We have seen this in a particular Golf before as a hobby exclusive. It was a bit different though. Not your typical blue and orange Golf. It was more of a kind of a dark blue and red Golf colors. So get that out of there. Get him out of the giant blister. A little bit more gentle with this guy. He's got some fragile parts on there. There is our 47 Power Wagon Wrecker. See, the bed looks a little bit bent, just teensy little bit. Not a huge deal, but definitely looks a little bit like it's a little bit bent there in the middle. It is what it is. Nice little light on the top of the roof. Looks pretty good. Side mirrors on there look good. They are pretty close. Look pretty good. Print on the front look good. Print on the side look good. It says Power Wagon on there. Those nice military style steelies on there looks pretty good. The tow apparatus on the back is just one giant piece of plastic. It doesn't move, doesn't function, doesn't do anything. It's just there to be fixed. Dodge embossed on the back looks pretty good. Same details on the other side. It's a pretty good version. Extra spare tire right there. Looks good as well. Not too shabby. Take a look at our base deets. This one is nice, prominent number there, 2309. Matte black paint on the base. Looks pretty good. A little bit of extra bumper out here in the front. This does change based on which particular Wrecker version they're doing. So we'll just set him at the top. Tippy top. All right, moving on to another series. This is Fire and Rescue. This is series number 4. There is the mix on the back, should you want to know what the entire mix is. We do have 3 models from this mix, all pertinent to what we collect here on the channel. First one, take a look at 1985 Plymouth Grand Fury New York City Fire Department, FDNY. This one looks pretty good. Thing is way back in the day, 1985. So, get this popped out of there, get him out of there. Get him out of the blister. There we go. Always so much clamshell. So there is our Plymouth Fury. You see there is already that residue on the windows, which is common for Greenlight. The light bar on the top looks pretty straight though, so I'm happy about that. Details on the side looks pretty good. There is fire on the side. There is your New York City seal, crest, badge, however you want to put it. Nice steelies on there. Looks pretty good. Plates look pretty good. This one is unit number 240. So that is looking pretty nice. I like those details. Lens taillights looks good. Details there looks pretty good. Side profile looks pretty good as well. And then all that nice detail on the front. The passenger side headlights a little bit crooked, but it is what it is. It's a lensed piece, so good old Greenlight quality, but that's okay. Taking a look at our base deets. See if this one is numbered. See if we can find the number on there. There it is right there. Looks like about 1827 is the number. This guy also has a trailer hitch on there as well, so throw him in there. That one's pretty good. I really like that casting a lot. All right, taking it back a generation. 1976 Plymouth Fury, East Brunswick, New Jersey, Bridge Volunteer Fire Department. This one is a whole mouthful, but this one looks pretty good. This is a much larger vehicle. The previous generation Fury was much bigger. So we'll get this cracked here. Get that guy out the blister. This models come with some push bumpers on the front, a bunch of different headlight styles as well, just for the eras. This is the kind of newer style lights, kind of similar to that previous one we looked at. Again, all the residue you see on the windows. That's a lot from the super glue and stuff that they use in the factory. Then it gets kind of cloudy in the package. There is the deets on the side. Looks pretty good. Assistant Chief. Looks pretty good. District number 1. This is unit number 714. Looks pretty good. It's a big car. It's a big car in real life. It's a boat, but it was dominating for police vehicles. This one does have an opening hood. See if I can get it open. All right, there we go. There is your open hood. Looks pretty good. I like the fact that the block is painted silver, which is pretty nice. That's a nice change of pace. Pretty deep down in there. Pretty good open three-dimensional bay in there. Large, gigantic hood. Looks pretty good. Doesn't quite fold up as flush as Auto World's, but they still look pretty good. Number right there, 1205 is the number for this one. This guy is not set up for a tow hitch. We've not seen him in hitch and tow, so I don't know if he would exist in hitch and tow or not. But you can see how much bigger that previous generation Fury is from the first one. All right, one of my favorite Greenlight castings of all time. Yes. This is the 2021 Chevy Tahoe for Mastic Beach, New York, Volunteer Fire Department. So a lot of stuff up on the East Coast for whatever reason. Wish they'd kind of spread that love around a little bit. Tired of seeing stuff for New York and all that other stuff over there. There's plenty other parts of the country that they could be doing. But I get it. Greenlight's on the East Coast corporate level. So makes sense, I guess, that they do New York. But it is what it is. But this one looks fantastic. I love the Tahoe. Like I said, one of my favorite castings of all time. Such good details on it. Looks really good. Print on the side look really good. Fire rescue on there. Fire chief. Some tinted windows on the side. You notice the windshield is not tinted, but all the side windows are. Really nice modern LED bar on the top. Really cool. Really cool. I really like that. I like that Greenlight keeps with the appropriateness of the lights. There's a nice little shield there on the C-pillar, I guess. Looks pretty good. And then the taillights are painted on this one. This is for the Chief. I love the ghost chevrons. See the ghost chevrons in there? Oh, looks so good. Super cool. I like this one a lot. This one's really nice. Really nice. Also has the running boards on it as well. Base deets right here, number 285, 265 maybe. So always happy to get a low number on my favorite casting. Pretty sure this will be the best one in this entire mix. Although we do have a little bit of a cool little hobby exclusive at the end. All right, this is a little bit older hobby exclusive. This is Super Jeep Tributes. I actually thought that I had this one, but turns out I don't. This is similar to the deco that they did for, I think it's Smokey and the Bandit, where it came with the canoe on the top. It's similar-ish, and I think that's where I got confused. But I have this one now, so it doesn't really matter. So catching back up. I do have all the Gladiators again, 100% caught back up. So all the Gladiators that Greenlight has done thus far. Pop this guy out. This guy does not have tonneau cover, nothing on the back. No additional like off-road bits, bumpers, stuff like that. So quality should be good. There's not a whole lot of pieces on this one to fight with. I do like those kind of old school Steelies from back in the day. There are unfortunately no holes in them like there should be, but that's okay. Still looks pretty good. Details on the front looks pretty good. Looks like that one single grill spot right there got just a little bit of extra black print. Once you see it, you can't unsee it, unfortunately. So that's a bummer. But other than that, looks pretty good. It's an off-white color. It's a tribute model. It's not meant to be, super modern day stuff. Taillights look pretty good. Passenger side one's a little crooked, but not too bad. At least it's on there. And then there's paint in the base. Looks like a little bit of the paint was rubbed off on the coating there for the bed, but that's okay. Again, I'll stick on my assumption that this is never supposed to come off. Although some models you can take it off. I still don't think it's ever supposed to come off. 1957, maybe 1967, one of the two, is the number on this one. This guy's done up for a tow hitch. Obviously, we've seen him in hitch and tow already. That one looks pretty good. So, pretty straightforward, relatively average version. All right, this one is a new hobby exclusive. Keep on vanning. Hobby exclusive. This is your 77 Dodge B100 Groovin' Shag Wagon right here. This one is in a ridiculously thick blister. This blister is significantly different than all the rest of them. It is really, really, really thick. I'm not really sure where this comes into play. Some of these blisters just tend to be really, really thick. I don't even know. There we go. I was going to say, I don't even know if I could get it apart. Get that popped out of there. Looks pretty good. One thing I did want to show, if I get the blister back open, the Greenlight hobby exclusives are nice, like a chrome print. Looks pretty good. So it's a pretty nice quality for those of you who keep things packaged, but clearly we don't do that here on the channel. We are a no package channel. There is your Groovin' van. Looks pretty good. Got yourself a sunset on the side. Looks good. Some crazy graphics down the side. I think it looks appropriate though. That wraps around the front. Looks good. The prints on the front are fantastic. They're flawless. It does say Dodge there on the top as well. There is the other deets on this side. A little bit of different scenery there with just some changes up to it. Looks pretty good. And then wraps all the way around to the back as well. So that looks really, really good. Taillights are painted. Chrome bumpers on this guy. Some Steelies on there with some hubcaps. Looks good. There is your base deets. Put this guy around the correct way. 884 is the base number. So the number is one direction. The rest of it is all the opposite direction. So 2011 Greenlight. So that casting's been around for a little bit. That one is pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right. Moving on to another hobby exclusive. 2023 Ford Mustang Mach-E. Yes, you've guessed it. It's New York again. Everything is New York. I guess it's such a terrible place to be that you got to keep reminding yourself that buy replicas of it and then you'll be good. And then you won't have to ever go there. So, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If you guys are from New York, I appreciate you guys. I've never been there physically. I have no interest in going there, so I guess I can't really have an opinion on that, can I? This is for New York City Parks and Rec. That one looks pretty good. To preserve and protect. I actually like this version. It actually looks pretty good. There is your seal there on the door. Parks Enforcement. Details on the front. It's pretty average. It's it's just the Mach-E that we have seen before. There's really nothing special about it. This is definitely a lower in trim. You definitely don't need the Mach-E GT flying around the New York City Park to enforce people do the things you need them to do. There is that nice modern LED light bar on the top. Looks good. Side mirrors are integrated into the casting. I do like those details. Really tiny wheels. Just really tiny wheels. Base deets 968 is the number, so relatively no number on that one. So the hobby exclusives, I've been getting a little bit lucky on the lower numbers. So post that guy right there. All right, another hobby exclusive. Yes, they're doing some more for the stamped series. This one happens to be 1970 Challenger RT in Plum. Crazy. This one looks pretty good. The previous ones had like a card in there that you could take out. This one does not have a card in there, but that's okay. It still looks pretty cool. Just a little bit of an odd collab promotion thing with the post office, even though there's no like stamp simulation or anything you could take out of there. But basically, they're just making a car based off of a stamp, so I guess it's okay. This one in Plum Crazy does have a flat black roof. Looks good. This casting's been around for a very, very long time. There's your rally wheels on there. They've done many, 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 many purple versions. But this is a new purple version. It does have an opening hood. There is your 446 pack underneath the hood. Looks pretty good. Very, very difficult to get some light in there. Hood doesn't quite stay up all that well, but it is down in there in Hemi Orange. It's pretty nice. Got the taller wing off the back of it. It does say Dodge on the simulated plate. It's a pretty good model. This one has a sticker number on there. 944 is the number for this one. So still numbering all the hobby exclusives, which is kind of cool. So we'll put that there. We'll put him right next to the Mach-E, which is basically the epitome of what that car is. All right, this is a much older Miho exclusive. I actually didn't get this one. So I have all the C30 dually wreckers except for this one. Now I have them all. So that's why I got this one. This one for CHP comes with a stupid, ridiculous box, which I'm sure it comes at the request of M&J, because for some reason they think the box makes it more fancy or worth more or whatever, which I think is just absolutely absurd. And it's even more absurd because you look at it and you can clearly tell the box will do nothing for you. It will literally do nothing for you. As a matter of fact, the truck will barely even fit on the box sitting on top of the box by itself. I just think it's so unbelievably of a redundant waste of just everything. It's just, the box is just so ridiculous. You can't put the car in the box at all. As a matter of fact, like I said, you can do that, but you can never put the thing in the box. It doesn't fit in the box. This does come with a little figure. Does come with an officer, a CHP officer. Looks to be holding a coffee cup maybe, or maybe a ticket book. About to give you a ticket, although they don't really necessarily do it that much like that anymore. A little bit more digital nowadays, but still looks interesting. So we'll put him there. We'll get the piece of plastic out of here. Take a look at our C30 Wrecker. We've seen this guy a bunch of times. This is actually one of the earlier releases, one of the earlier ones. Does have a giant red and blue light bar on the top, which is very interesting. I think that I haven't seen that particular style light bar all that much, but it looks okay. There is the print in the front. The bumper is just a little bit crooked. It's okay. It's from California, so it's okay. CHP on the side looks pretty good. C30 Wrecker. I do like that, though. I do like the fact it says Highway Patrol on the back. This is definitely old school style, for sure. And I think it looks pretty cool for that aspect of it. There's actually quite a bit. Look at that. There is a plate print in there as well. So, and there's taillights done up. This is actually it's actually a relatively premium deco version compared to the rest of the C30s. I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed. This is actually really, really nice one. If the front grille was perfectly straight, that would be really, really nice. But very interesting, very interesting. All right, base deets there. 3041 is the number, so very high number on this one. But like I said, this is probably, I don't know, maybe close to 2 years old now. So it's been a little bit. Now, I do have a very special hobby exclusive. This is not something that we get all that often. Yes, we have an HD truck hobby exclusive. It's pretty rare that we get these anymore. They used to do these a lot. Nowadays, if there's anything hobby exclusive related, it's for IndyCar. That's pretty much all you get, but it's nice to get something a little bit different. Although it's still a wrecker, it's definitely something different outside the realm. The International Durastar Flatbed, this one is all done up for shell. So just kind of cool to get a HD truck in hobby exclusive. Like I said, we just Greenlight really just doesn't do that anymore, which is kind of a bummer. And I think it's probably because these castings have been around for so long, and they're so redundant in how they use them, that it's kind of a waste to do hobby exclusives, because you don't want to actually take a good idea and take it away from your HD or SD line. Actually, we've never seen an SD hobby exclusive, I don't think, So that would be something interesting. I would definitely love to see that. That is a super cool print on the back. The shell right there on the bed looks good. Like I said, nothing really fancy with this one. It doesn't function. The bed doesn't roll back or anything like that. But this was a super, super cool idea when Greenlight first came out with it. It was an utter disappointment for pretty much everybody when it didn't do anything. But, you know, Greenlight stuck to their guns. They've been making this casting for probably 10 years now. I would say somewhere around 10 years. See if we can get a copyright date off the... Yep, almost exactly 10 years. So 2014 was the date. See if there's a number on the bottom of this guy. There it is, 834. So a little bit of print on the mud flaps as well. Got your international logo on there. And then, of course, the tail lights and stuff done up on the I forget what that's called. Extension bar, however you want to call it. They put another vehicle on the back of it. But that one looks pretty good. So, you know, it holds 1/64 scale stuff from Greenlight. It actually looks really good. It's very appropriately sized. I mean, very, very appropriately sized. As a matter of fact, even putting the C30 Wrecker on it still looks pretty good. The only thing that wouldn't fit is the Power Wagon, because the Power Wagon is severely underscaled, and I mean severely underscaled, which is a bummer because I feel like Greenlight could have made it a lot bigger. It still wouldn't be right, but they could have made it a lot bigger to be more appropriately sized. I mean, you look at it next to that Tahoe, and that Tahoe looks like it's just an enormous, enormous vehicle. So, anyways, there you go. That is the mix of Greenlight. Glad we can break up the monotony and bring you some good stuff. Been a little bit since we had some Greenlight, so I'm pretty happy about that. So drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about all those. Let me know if you got a favorite. And let me know if you're going to pick up them hobby exclusives. They're pretty good. Especially that shell. That shell hauler is pretty good. So we're going to roll out. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Catch you next time. Level M. Peace.